On my white out. Oh, you mean the outfit I was working on the other day? I actually finished it. It's on my blue sky. Um, I could pull it up too. I think it did change a little bit though, but I genuinely do love how it turned out. Yeah. Yeah. Up. PNG. Cute, right? It does match my background too, funny enough. Kitty cat. What you doing? Goodbye, PNGB. Works. Okay. Yeah. Your tail, sir. What are you doing? Yeah, yeah. It was the uncolored version. And now it is colored, and I love it. And I hope one day I hope one day I can afford some services to have that rigged as my first 2D model, because I think that would be awesome. What are you doing? Where did you go? Here. Go. Here. Where did Steam go? There is Steam. Da, 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 da. New thing, or I think that's just a thing. Oh, here it is. Oh, Vroid's getting updated. While the game runs, that's fine. Ah, nuts. Beyond that one, I can't care. Leaving the video to maintain smooth streaming. Oh no, whatever will I do? This. Maybe. Game, stop stealing my mouse. Do that in a moment. Alright. Alright. Gimme! Wait for that to disappear. Perfect. Alright. We left off getting to a new area. Birds. So let's continue, shall we? Apparently animals can walk through walls. What have we here? I could fly across.
The bridge has broken.
Huh? What's this?
Judging by its design and intricate details, it must be a creation of the court of Savante. This is what they call a chronosorter.
What's a chronosorter exactly?
It mimics the Sentinel's temporal mandate, able to reverse small-scale events and restore objects to their previous state.
I see. I think.
My master once told me about the court of Savante and their fearless quest to unravel the mysteries of Mount Firmament, risking all in their pursuit of understanding its strange flow of time. Their dedication bore fruit in the form of fascinating inventions, such as this chronosorter. But it doesn't add up.
that way. Living on memory for the first time. Moving on. Yeah. Okay. Thanks to you.
Why hasn't this brilliant invention spread beyond Mount Firmament?
You can ask the same for like a lot of fictional places and their inventions that never make it outside the borders of the land for which they created from. Just saying.
This chronosorter was built beyond the temporal barrier, so its creator must have already paid the price for leaving. But even if they died, there are countless other CSC members who could replicate it. How did such advanced technology become lost?
Connection error. What's happening?
Or do these chronosorters stop functioning once they are removed from Mount Firmament?
Yeah.
This chronosorter, weathered though it may appear, bears no signs of neglect. Someone has tended to it diligently.
That's good to know, right?
Let's give it a try.
Let's see. The chronosorter to allow the flow of time in a small area. It kind of sounds like those. Oh crap! What were they called? Skyward Sword? Time stones, right? Reckless Voyager.
Weren't they concerned about losing lifespan?
For those fanatics, nothing mattered more than the truth. To live every moment with overwhelming passion. How many can claim such a tenacious drive and unshakable determination? Rover, it's the Fraxidus.
Get rid of them.
Together we fight!
Need my environment.
Evil be cleansed.
Swift and
Need
resolute.
my environment. Where are you going?
Keep it together.
This guy grabs.
Take form.
The Fraxis. It's them again.
Again.
They've set traps all around the luminous shore. They must have anticipated your arrival.
Checkmate.
Right.
The entrance is sealed.
It's the photon barrier, another invention from the court of Savante.
Yeah.
Specific steps must be followed to undo the barrier. Rover, I'll guide you. Use long-range weapons on the photon vaults to cut off its energy.
Please, I'm gonna borrow
We're
you.
in this together.
Once we've reached the cave's end, we'll enter the domain of Mount Firmament. Proceed with caution.
Caution? Sure, why not? I feel bad. But also... Eesh. Cutscene saved it. There.
So it can't hurt me.
Oh. That is impressive. Is this the effect of that strange time pattern you mentioned?
Time on Mount Firmament used to simply flow slower than in the outside world. Visitors were safe as long as they remained within the temporal barrier. But what we're seeing now is different. The flow of time has gone haywire. This is what we call temporal disruptions.
Sounds fun.
What was once slow and steady has become chaotic and turbulent. Some areas are frozen in time, while others speed up or slow down unpredictably.
Snowflakes?
No one knows how much they'll age after leaving Mount Firmament. But aging from youth to old age may be a blessing compared to the unknown fate that awaits.
There's a town here.
Leaving Mount Firmament could turn any mortal to dust in just a moment. Such is the power of time within its walls. These poor creatures, trapped in the temporal disruption, are the most pitiful of all. Their bodies and minds have been ravaged by the chaotic time, leaving them in unimaginable suffering.
Okay.
So, it looks like the Fraxidus did manage to capture our sentinel, leading to the temporal disruptions we are facing now.
Those goddamn
I
Fractidus.
had wished that my theories would turn out wrong. As expected, my terminal isn't working. We can't reach Jinshi.
I would imagine not.
The temporal disruption is preventing it from functioning.
Jinshi.
We can't waste a moment. Jinshi's fate isn't the only one at stake. All the inhabitants of Mount Firmament are in danger. We need to hurry to Hongjian, a town nestled at the heart of Mount Firmament. Jinshi would likely pass through there on her search for the Sentinel.
A scarce forest deer is caught in the temporal disruption, now forever frozen an instant before disaster struck. The appearing still and serene from the outside, internally is being torn apart by something.
The temporal disruptions have spared nothing on our way here.
It
Chun-Li,
seems, so it seems.
does that mean you're in danger too?
So far, nothing feels out of the ordinary. It seems the Sentinel contained the situation before being fully trapped. But I don't know how long this stability will hold. If I go
Probably
down,
not as long.
please, don't worry about me.
That's
You need only focus on what you have to do.
someone made a snowman. I feel like the fact that these things even work in here is kind of interesting, to be fair. Retrace. I was looking around. Wow.
What's the matter?
I dreamed of this place.
You dreamed of Hongzhen?
You tell Chong-Li about the flashing images you saw in your dream.
It sounds like you did dream of this place.
I dreamed of Hongzhen being attacked by TTs.
What you just described closely aligns with the accounts documented in
All
our
my
grand
VODs
library.
are just... gameplay VODs also get uploaded to the VOD channel. Karaoke ones do not.
Over a century ago, a vast horde of tacit discords invaded Huanglong. Hongzhen suffered greatly during that onslaught. Thankfully, the Sentinel descended, manipulating time to erect a protective barrier, keeping those monsters at bay. Rover, perhaps that dream is more than just a dream.
You're right.
It could be a glimpse into your own past, and a guiding light for the future.
Resting. It's the practice.
Hongzhen is a pivotal location, linking various parts of Mount Firmament. With the Fraxidus now targeting us, they'll seize any opportunity to intercept our path.
Laid a trap in Hongzhen.
But every trap has its weak points. Someone has used their resonance ability here, but it feels different from the Fraxidus aggression. It's Jinshi. And it seems like she used it in a dire situation. Could it be related to the people of Hongzhen? The traces lead deeper into the heart of Hongzhen. Let's keep moving. Don't let your guard down.
Never in a bazillion years. Then spending time into woods where they are now forever frozen instantly before disaster struck. Fortune turned its back on its unlucky soul. Practice.
Someone fought here against those Fraxidus.
Must be Jinshi. Her trails led to this location. Using her resonance ability too much would only worsen her condition. But she must have had a reason. Was she helping the people of Hongzhen find refuge?
Changli, there are traces here.
They're pointing north. Let's proceed in that direction.
Lock on! Fire!
Hopefully this helps.
My experiment!
The traces disappeared by the pond.
Rover, we need to keep an eye out for anything unusual.
First strike is one. Watch and learn.
Dare you!
Heads up.
How dare I? How dare you?
Down with the curtain! Hopefully this helps.
Dare you!
Onwards.
Oh, dare you.
The vase on the stone table seems rather peculiar.
Nice.
There's something behind the waterfall.
Let's go take a look.
Another photon barrier.
3 photon vaults to break. Rover, use ranged attacks.
Got him.
You two, halt!
Hold on.
Lady Xingyi,
Relax, they're our honored guests. No need to be tense. In a single day, we've greeted both the Magistrate of Jinzhou and her trusted counselor in Hongzhen. I can only assume something significant happened. It's been a while, Chang.
I don't trust you, by the way.
I heard you stepped down from your position and moved to the countryside. And now here we are, meeting again after all this time, in such unfortunate circumstances.
For years, I lived secluded, no longer concerning myself with the matters beyond Hongzhen. But the current situation in Jinzhou is volatile. It has reunited us in an unpredictable moment. And you, young lady, what shall I call you? My name is Xinyi. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Please follow me this way. It's not safe to talk here.
Where is safe? NPC either walk too fast for you to walk or too slow for you to run. Over, why do you walk so slow in comparison? Holy hell. Eesh.
I believe you are here for Magistrate Jin Shi. The magistrate left Hongzhen about 15 minutes ago. She should be at the Truth Seeker's Pass now.
Truth Seeker's Pass?
That's what they call it in Hongzhen. You might know it better as the ruins of a Court of Savante facility.
And what's Jinsha doing there?
Lady Xingyi, please elaborate.
Gales.
Madam Magistrate, are you...
I'm fine. How's the situation? Have we evacuated all the civilians?
Yes. Remaining civilians have been counted and escorted to safety.
Okay.
Good. These hidden chambers should provide some much-needed shelter for them to rest a little. Despite being the Sentinel's appointed resonator, I haven't been able to sense its presence for some time now.
Da-da-da.
I can feel my resonance ability waning, and I get my power from the Sentinel. This can only mean one thing. The Sentinel's condition is getting worse. Lady Xingyi, I need to know where the Sentinel was last seen. I can only fix the temporal disruption within a confined radius. It's already pushing my limits to keep this small pocket of space secure. Mount Firmament is in serious trouble, and we can't waste any more time. We need our Sentinel to stabilize the time flow.
The Sentinel was last seen flying towards Mianlung Chamber, where it would normally rest. The Fraxidus likely swarmed it soon after. But little did they know, we had a defense system in place, built with the help of the Court of Savante. It was reactivated as soon as our Sentinel made it back inside. This mechanism has allowed us to locate their troops, and we've already eliminated some of them outside the Mianlung Chamber. To get inside Mianlung Chamber, we have to find the cipher key in Truth Seeker's Pass and unseal it with the Keyforge.
With the Keyforge.
Understood. I will go bring back the cipher key.
You are injured. Please, rest and leave it to me.
Do one other thing while I'm thinking about it.
The Fraxidus will most likely attack this place once I leave. You must stay here and guard it.
We can unpublish this one. Because it's only like not worth it there. We'll keep that and that.
I implore you, Xingyi. Help me keep our people safe.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Yes, I will, Madam Magistrate.
Before I headed to Mount Firmament, the Fraxidus revealed a prophecy from our Sentinel. A fateful clash between the Sentinel and myself that would shape the fate of our city.
Okay.
I never intended to believe their baseless claims, but I was not surprised to hear it. The Sentinel had told me long ago that there would come a day when I surpass it in power. A day when the humans of Jinzhou take control of their own destiny. Once we save the Sentinel from danger, I intend to have a serious conversation with it about this prophecy.
And then she left.
There's still one thing that doesn't add up. How did the Fraxidus kidnap our Sentinel?
That is a good question.
The Mianlong Chamber was once renovated by the court of Savante. Do you think their research could be involved somehow?
I'll look into what you said. But once we have the cipher key, the Mianlong Chamber will be left vulnerable to the Fraxidus' potential retaliation.
We must keep them at bay. Rover and I are headed to the Truth Seeker's Pass to meet up with Jingxi. We'll distract the Fraxidus main forces, giving you an opportunity to stage your ambush.
And the locals will handle the rest.
We'll handle the rest.
I will send some men to open up the side exit for you. Head south and keep walking a couple of minutes, and you will see the Truth Seeker's Pass downstream.
Thank you, Lady Xingyi. Please, leave it to us.
Just leave it to us. We got this, no problem.
In this place she was born, and in this place she returns. Our magistrate's fate is bound to Mount Firmament.
I saw a family resemblance.
Wind guide me.
Puppy. Hey, cat.
Did Xingyi and Jinxi know each other?
Jinxi was chosen as a baby for her resonance ability, and raised in City Hall to become the Sentinel's appointed resonator. All the government workers there helped care for and teach her at some point, including Lady Xingyi. She grew up with immense responsibilities, forced to suppress her true nature from a young age. Thinking back, Jinxi was only a teenage girl when she became the magistrate. She has been burdened with unimaginable weight that most cannot fathom.
Let's get this real quick. Alrighty.
I assume this is the Truth Seeker's Pass, Shin.
Yes. This should be another chronosorter. It should work in similar ways with the one we saw near the luminous shore. The entrance is built on that cliff, and it's been blocked. We will need to break the 3 photon vaults with ranged attacks first.
Crazy enough. What is it, Chun-Li?
Nothing. I was wondering, how did the Court of Savante create such an advanced mechanism using the Sentinel's power? Mortals aren't supposed to be able to comprehend it. I've never heard of any human civilization having the ability to manipulate time.
Aww.
Unless the Sentinel willingly taught them. But why?
Why?
We need to focus on items related to the Court of Savante in Truthseeker's Pass. Maybe we can find some clues there.
Yeah.
One of the photon vaults always ends up blocked off. Can't seem to break 3 of them at once. Perhaps we'll need to use the chrono. Order. Good.
Ah.
Did you see the tacitite fulminate on that cliff? Perhaps we can create an opening in this disk with an explosion. One of the photon vaults always ends up blocked off. We can't seem to break 3 of them at once. Perhaps we'll need to use the chronosorter.
It's gone. Sort of. Alright, I get it now. Oh!
Up, up, and away!
Cool, launch pad.
I see. Are we going to aim the discs over? It worked. The opening fits right onto the middle photon vault.
Rover, now we can hit the 3 photon.
You can hit all 3.
The blockade has been lifted. Let's go in.
Cherish every gain. Why are there tacit discords here? No. These monsters, They don't look like the usual tacit discords.
These also look like the works of the court of Savante.
I am going to use you because then
Yotam
need to go
and I
around
will
this
ensure
team.
your safety.
Did they create these simulated holograms to protect this place?
Maybe.
Leave it to me.
Heaven ordained. Banish all vice. Fine harmony.
Rejuvenating snow. Transmitting frequency. Swift and resolute. Hopefully this helps.
The sky beckons. Ha! Sacred light. I shall lead the way. Take form.
Alrighty.
Swift and resolute. Down with the curtain. Hopefully this helps.
Not.
Conception.
Alright. Enemies defeated.
That thing up ahead. Is it another mechanism?
It seems to have unlocked after we got rid of those holograms.
Oh. One thing gone.
The glowing patterns on that gate. It's a flare crest.
It's a flare crest. Did the Court of Savante build this too?
Yes. The flare crests have a complex structure, but they can be deciphered with patience.
What's patience?
See how each star represents a flare stone? That mechanism we accidentally solved earlier should be one of them.
That's why the corresponding star is dimmed.
Yes. We still need the other two flare stones to open it. Wait. The blood and scales here. It's Jinshi.
Jinshi was injured?
She is likely teetering on the edge of overclocking now.
Oh, great.
We are running out of time. Decades have passed, but those researchers present...
Title: Spectrum Anomaly Monitoring Report for Subject C001. Entry number HC6947. Abstract. The data presented on this report were obtained from the spectrum evaluations performed on Subject C001, also known as JOY, from June to December. During the preliminary experiments conducted on June 14th, researchers observed 15-second frequency loss in Subject C001 spectrum. 5 additional tests were later conducted through the following day, and all the data obtained reflecting this frequency loss were highly consistent. Margin of error averaged between low 0.02. The recorded data of the Renaissance spectrum on the 3rd, 6th, 11th, 23rd, and 30th of the subsequent months indicated the gradual lengthening of the subject C001's frequency loss. The data exhibited significant increases with varying patterns. It was postulated that this event occurred due to the presence of subject C002, also known as Mianlong chamber. Subsequent 32 one-factor experiments confirmed the significant correlation between subject C002 and the duration frequency loss of subject C001. Notably, the subject C002 exhibited an inhibitory effect on the duration growth of subject C001. Based on the spectral monitoring data of subject C001 on June to December, the following preliminary conclusions can be drawn. Subject C001 bears defect malfunction, can temporarily slow down its escalation of subject C001's defect, but cannot make up for C001's frequency loss. Appendix 1 Source Research. With the help of the peculiar visitor, we were given the opportunity to converse with subject C001 directly. It was meaningful and mutual conversation, though we didn't get as much information as I had hoped for. At the very least, the conversation proved that at one point our previous research was effective and there was no defect in C001. As per C001's own declaration, one of the temporal programs was lost. And during its prime, C001 had capability to manipulate time by decelerating or even halting it, rewinding it, and making corrections as needed. Nonetheless, the current condition of C001 can be described as one of sickness, with irreversible disruptions to time rendering any attempts at correction or restoration ineffective. Consequently, Mount Firmament has been transformed into an isolated entity amidst the vast oceans of time, despite the initial purpose being one of redemption. Appendix 2. By running through time flow models, we came up with two hypotheses. Hypothesis number 1. Defect is non-congenital, and defect may have taken place around the period of C001's first arrival on Mount Firmament. It has been confirmed that the defect cannot be reversed. See report HC7426. Oof. This might be why peculiar visitor opt to work with us. Appendix 3. Okay.
The Sentinel's situation is worse than we thought. It had already sustained severe injuries when it descended upon Mount Firmament. With one of the temporal programs lost, it no longer had the power to restore time. Instead, it could only stop and rewind it.
So, the Sentinel protected Hongzhen with its power, but it couldn't return things back to normal?
It would seem so. According to their theories, the Sentinel's injury would worsen over time, and if the Sentinel perishes, the temporal disruptions will spiral out of control, engulfing all of Jinzhou.
That's fun.
So the Fraxidus just added a pinch of salt to the already gaping wounds on Mount Firmament.
Is there any way to cure the Sentinel?
There's nothing we can do. At least that's what it says in these records. Only the Mianlong Chamber can provide temporary relief for the Sentinel, but it won't heal it completely. In the end, the Sentinel and a peculiar visitor who is immune to time disruptions would have to come up with a last resort.
Orders?
The Sentinel couldn't be fixed, so they decided to replicate its power onto a resonator through induced resonance. Their experiments resulted in the first chronosorter, a man-made resonance object.
It works.
No. A chronosorter can only rewind time within a narrow range. It's no match for the Sentinel's immense power.
If objects didn't work, then what if it was a
We're
person?
getting closer and closer to the truth. 2 more flare stones left. Everything aside, first we must find Jinshi.
Leave it to me.
Nowhere to hide. Together we fight! heaven ordains. Banish all vice.
Two.
Another chronosorter. The second flare stone should be...
Resting.
behind this gate. Let's restore the collapsed gate with this chronosorter.
I'll save the day.
There is still another photon vault to break. We can't reach it from here. We may need to look around for a better vantage point.
Red mechanics are there, gotcha. Okay.
Look at that device on the floating slab. It could help us open the path to other places. Shall we give it a try? So it turned you into a Kleinbang. Please use the leap device to eject yourself and crash through that ice wall.
Bonk.
Another chronosorter. Let's give it a try.
Actually stand on here. Need something.
Up, up, and away! Up, and away!
Let me think. Let me think, let me think, let me think. How do I get the one behind there?
Another chrono sorter. Let's give it a try.
Oh,
The stone slates have formed a path. Now we can bring the tacitite fulminate across the water.
okay. Yeah, okay, I just realized. Leave that.
Another chrono sorter. Let's give it a try.
I see now. Wait. Oh, there. Okay. There we go. I got it.
This hidden area may allow us to reach that photon vault.
Moment of awakening. Take form. So be it.
And this thing is. Okay.
Onwards. Shine forevermore.
Awesome. Wait. It's the second star.
One last flare stone to go. There's a carrier lift nearby. Perhaps the flare stone is on the floor beneath us. We
Beneath
should be
us,
able
huh?
to find Jinshi soon.
Yeah. Search memorandum, whatever that is, C532. We didn't know the failure. We couldn't help but reminisce about our initial excitement when we completed the first Chronos in the Chronos Slaughter prototype. However, we were always aware that it was a crude replica of C001's power. My calculations show that Chronos Orders would only function within a specific distance and would become useless once removed from the region's time barrier, although they may still work in luminous shore. Despite this, I clung to hope. The concept of secondary renaissance was more than just a theory. To me, it was my life's work. It was terrifying to think that all could be mere fantasy. Predecessors were destroyed by it. Say? It was right. The integrated sense has been confirmed. And TNT's resonance high intensity, the weaker one can exert much greater renaissance power than its original capacity. The only issue is how chronosaurs we've been making are too fragile for this task. I need more powerful resonator, but the risk is too great. No one can withstand the renaissance shock of C001 without enduring a catastrophic overclocking. Note: I must speak to our visitor. I am convinced that there is a connection between what they did and the brief success of the Chronosaur number 931. I've seen it with my own eyes. C001 must have transmitted some form of unknown energy to Chronosaur number 931, just when I had deemed the experiment a failure.
Is that so?
What did it say?
So this file confirms that the chronosorters are artificial resonance objects. They activate when hit with a strong impact to create the corresponding resonance effects. And this also answers my previous question. The chronosorters rewind time through resonating with the Sentinel.
That's really powerful.
No, it was nowhere near enough. The chronosorters shut down once they are removed from the Sentinel's range, or the abnormal time flow on Mount Firmament. Plus, as artificial resonance objects, their capacity is limited.
Okay.
According to the Court of Savante researchers, there was a hypothesis that could potentially make them more powerful, the Second Resonance Awakening hypothesis, which states the collision between two resonating frequencies might cause a Second Resonance Awakening.
Fight between Jinji and the Sentinel.
Yes. That fight has to happen to trigger a Second Resonance Awakening for Jinshi, so she may exert even stronger resonance abilities, ones that allow her to restore the flow of time.
Does Savante's research succeed?
Countless chronosorters were made to collide with the Sentinel's frequencies, but they were no match. All the machines turned to dust.
That exception?
One chronosorter briefly showed the power to restore time before breaking apart. This proved that a second awakening can indeed improve resonance ability.
Okay.
The research log mentioned that all chronosorters were working in an overdrive mode. It's similar to how human resonators experience overclocking, they wrote.
What is overclocking?
Overclocking happens when a resonator overexerts their ability. And this researcher who wrote this suggests that it might be the key to triggering a second awakening.
Sure as hell doesn't sound like a good thing.
No, it's not. Exhausting oneself will only result in destruction. In addition, I noticed another detail in these records. The chronosorters required manual control, while the Sentinel Jue appeared to be under someone else's command. In the only incident of success, just as the chronosorter was about to break down, that peculiar visitor gave an order to the Sentinel. And the Sentinel successfully transferred some kind of energy to the chronosorter thanks to that order.
Okay. Chronosaur almost broke down. Energy transmission.
Rover, do you have an idea?
I might.
Jinchi.
Which teammates? Who else?
You.
Don't worry. Rover is special. The temporal disruption can't hurt her.
But Changli.
Oh, okay.
Shh. I gave my word to be your pawn, and I intend to keep it. As your teacher and courtier, it is only right for me to do so. And let's not forget, without me playing the Wayfinder for Rover, we wouldn't even have her here. Rover has a strong connection to this place. You need her help to resolve Mount Firmament's crisis.
But we already owe Rover a lot.
Mind helping you again?
Thank you, Rover. Thank you. Rover, I will do everything I can to rescue the Sentinel as soon as possible. And we can finally talk to it in person. It will surely have the answers you want.
Let's cut to the chase. What did you find in Truthseeker's past, Jinchi?
According to the Court of Savante's records, the Sentinel was already injured upon its arrival at Mount Firmament. As time passed and its condition worsened, the flow of time became unstable here, causing temporal disruptions that could potentially threaten Jinzhou. Only the Sentinel's appointed resonator can restore its temporal mandate. Their records indicate a solution. To reverse the rapid aging effect from temporal disruptions, I must deliberately collide with the Sentinel's resonance power during combat, triggering my second resonance awakening. That will enhance my power beyond its limits.
Let's say you can achieve all that, but Jinchi, do you understand what is at stake for yourself?
I understand. I share a resonance connection with Jue, but I never took the time to truly get to know it. I've been blind to its suffering for so long.
Oh.
Sentinel Jue has been guiding us since the city's founding with its wise words and well-crafted decisions. The temporal
This
disruptions
is why
we
you should
face
always
are
watch
just a
what you're
side
doing.
effect of its efforts to protect local people. Without the Sentinel blocking out tacit discords through its time manipulation power, Jinzhou would be a barren wasteland today.
So what do you plan to do, Jinshi? If the Sentinel's condition is indeed incurable, nobody knows how far the temporal disruptions will continue to spread. Today it's Mount Firmament, but tomorrow it could be all of Jinzhou.
I will. If it truly comes
Oh,
down
right here.
to that,
Couldn't
I'll
find this
fulfill
for a
Joy's
moment.
prophecy myself. It's the only way to save Mount Firmament, protect Jinzhou, and help the Sentinel.
Have you thought about the consequences, Jinshi? Trying to trigger a second awakening by fighting the Sentinel, it could make you overclock at any moment. We both know what that means. You could lose your mind forever, or even disintegrate into dust. You don't want to end up like those chronosorters, shredded under immense pressure. On top of that, do you honestly believe you can fight in your current condition? I can see right through your facade, Jinshi. You're essentially committing suicide at this point.
You're one to talk, my teacher. I learned from the best. When have you ever backed down from risking your life for what you believe in?
Oh? I don't remember ever teaching you that. We all die eventually, but we need to stay alive as long as we can to achieve more. Jinshi, you must live and inherit the Sentinel's power. Then you can save and protect these people for years to come.
Changli,
Jinshi, I don't intend to stop you. I know you've made up your mind. That's why I brought Rover here. You may have already guessed it. Rover is indeed the hero who fought by our Sentinel's side during Jinzhou's early days. She's
Wow,
also the
who would've
mysterious
thought?
visitor spoken of in tales about Mount Firmament. All evidence we've gathered points to this being true. If anyone
Damn,
can
I don't
help us
remember
with
any
the
of it.
situation at Mount Firmament, it must be Rover.
I don't remember anything, but I can fight. Honesty.
thank you, my teacher. Jingshi will keep your words in mind.
Lastly, we still don't know for sure how the Fraxidus is keeping our Sentinel trapped. This will determine if you can actually meet it face to face.
Practicer's really strong. I don't think that's quite right. They might be using the Court of Savante's mechanisms. That could be. They manipulated the Sentinel's weakness.
Yes, it could be any of these scenarios. Lady Xingyi is already on the case. We should get an answer soon. The cipher key should be inside the stone chamber, behind its entrance gate. There is one more flare stone to work out. Let's get moving.
Off we go. Big bug. Fail.
Look, our last target. On those floating floor tiles. We need a way to restore them.
It's not working. We may need to follow a specific order.
Yes, I'll brute force it.
It's not working. We may need to follow a specific order. It's not working. We may need to follow a specific order.
Up here for a moment.
Up and away!
I mean, brute forcing is
worked.
always a good option.
The court of Savante said
Probably.
here. They must have worked hard to protect Mianlong Chamber.
It's a trap! Watch out! Take form.
We're in trial characters.
Evil be cleansed.
Swift and resolute. One with the sound.
I am fine.
Take form. Our lights shine through.
Disperse.
Together we fight! Let it end.
Got it. Gimme. There's the final star to open the door.
I'm done with all 3 flare stones.
Good. Let's head back to the entrance. We should be able to access the cipher key now.
Turkey. Yeah. You'll get the cipher key. Snail. Was it the upper tier? Yes.
Wind guide me.
Okay. Ooh. Whee! Oh,
The cipher key.
there's wind here. I think. Get the cipher key.
Rover, take good care of the cipher key.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm leaving the rest to you and Jinji.
And what about you?
Please don't forget, I am your wayfinder. I journeyed with you into the mountains to ensure you meet up with Jinshi.
Oh,
From this point onward, I will be counting on you both to go and confront the Sentinel. This is all I
I
can
have
do for you.
pains.
I'm here to guide, not intervene. The path is yours to choose. Not to mention, the Fraxidus has been pestering us non-stop. You'll need someone to keep them at bay.
I mean, we could take them on too. They're here for me.
Yes, they've been constantly watching you, interested in your every move. They can never seem to take their eyes off of you. By all means, please carry on without me. As for myself, I have a more fitting location to make my contributions from. Oh, speak of the devils.
I think that were. There it goes.
How rude. This is not how we greet people here. Allow me to demonstrate the proper etiquette.
Proper etiquettes. Yeah. Like it was nothing. That grin. You leave it. Ah. Leave me out.
Those artificers are nothing to worry about. Don't worry. Cheng Li has her plans. I don't believe we will run into more ambushes on the way.
This is a testament to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now, bearing witness to everything I've experienced on this journey.
Oh no, I have what though? Meow 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 meow. Oh, the meows. Yeah, let's get that real quick. Yoink. I think I get it. I get it. I think I get it.
An unexpected discovery.
That was actually an pretty easy puzzle.
It's Madam Magistrate. She's back. I must go tell Lady Xinyi.
Places the cipher key in the key forge.
The Mianlung chamber is open now. You can proceed inside. Before you go, there's something important I need to tell you.
About the Fractus imprisoned Sentinel?
Changli was right. They used the Court of Cervantes' research to trap our Sentinel in its resting chamber.
How did they do it?
They used the Chronosorters.
Of course.
Our captured artificer revealed that the Fraxidus sent a death squad to invade Mount Firmament. They had a twofold plan. First, to place the Chronosorter in the Mianlung chamber while it was still operational. And second, to lure the Sentinel back to Mount Firmament. Although their death squad was no match for the Sentinel, by forcing its hand, the powerful resonance ability of the Sentinel would clash with the energy of the Chronosorter. This would ultimately cause harm to itself.
Would that really make any difference? How could some Chronosorters trap the Sentinel? I personally want to know.
What if the Fraxidus modified those Chronosorters? A whole bunch of them, pushed to their limits, all working together to deliver one massive blow. But not even that was enough to take down the Sentinel. After the first hit, they set up modified flare crests in the Mianlung chamber to form a special force field along with those Chronosorters. It prevented the Sentinel from replenishing energy, and eventually restricted its movement and
Gingerbread
perception.
to kind of salted caramel, I think.
So,
My
we must
chapstick.
free the Sentinel from that force field first.
It would be a task more complicated than it sounds.
Easier
The
said
people
than
of
done.
Hongzhen
Gotcha.
have lived with the Sentinel for generations. We can usually tell if it's in good shape or not. But now, the Fraxidus want to capture the Sentinel. They won't just stop at Mount Firmament. Madam Magistrate, I'm sure you didn't come here just for the Sentinel. Please tell us what you know, Madam Magistrate.
Yes.
Okay, Madam Magistrate, Madam Magistrate,
I will
Madam
tell you
Magistrate,
everything.
Fuck. I almost bit my tongue. Didn't she update Shinji on her findings? She secrets passenger. Hey!
So the Sentinel is actually injured. And it's been getting worse. The Fraxidus attacked while it hasn't healed yet. Their plans are devious as always. Madam Magistrate, you've already laid out this plan so far.
I need help now, come to think of it.
It's always a challenge to decipher the Sentinel's intentions. But there were many theories about it in City Hall at the time. I couldn't fathom why it went through such great lengths to retrieve you from Mount Firmament and raise you within our walls. But now that I reflect on it, perhaps the Sentinel saw in you the potential to one day restore the temporal program and ensure the survival of Jinzhou's inhabitants. I just never thought you'd be willing to follow through with that prophecy.
It was here on this very mountain that I first encountered the Sentinel. Back then, I was too young to remember anything. Even the image of Mount Firmament has slipped from my mind. But this time, as soon as I stood at the base of Mount Firmament, I felt a wave of recognition wash over me. Memories long buried resurfaced with sudden clarity. Lady Xingyi, I was born with my life, my everything connected to our Sentinel. But my duty as its appointed resonator is not the only reason for my decision. I'm following the heart of my younger self before I became Jinshi. The girl who used to laugh with pure joy as she felt the snow from Mount Firmament on her face. I am a seed born on Mount Firmament, carried by the wind to every corner of Jinzhou. But now, I've returned to my place of origin. It's time for me to take root and grow into something greater.
Pretty nice line.
No matter what happens or what choices you make, please remember, the people of Hongzhen will always have your back. Mount Firmament has been stagnant for eternity. Perhaps a sudden crack of lightning is what we need to break through the fog of uncertainty that has lingered over us for far too long. Once you pass through Hongzhen, keep your eyes open for a cave on the northern cliff. That will lead you to a shortcut towards Mianlun Chamber. The place is directly under Mount Firmament's iconic loon-shaped cliff. I wish you two the best of luck.
Honestly, I am starting to get tired. I think we'll end here for today. Crap. I pressed the wrong thing. Yeah, I am getting tired, sleepy, whatever. I am gonna go to bed. So, to anyone that came by, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I truly appreciate you being here. Follow if you haven't already. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channels. And, of course, as always, until next time, everybody. じゃ、またねー